All right, welcome everybody to the French again, and we're watching some doubles this time. Alexandra Eala, she's playing some dubs again, and she's taking on Appleton and Reimers. Cavalle-Reimers. They were supposed to play Kostruk and Ruse, but I don't know what happened. Which would have been a really crazy match, because those two are really good doubles players, so I'm not sure what happened. Did they withdraw? I'm not sure, but there's... But these two ladies that they're playing are alternates. So they're sort of like, I guess, there's no qualifiers, but they have like reserve players. So yeah, I'm not sure. Did Ruse or Kostruk get injured? Is that why they withdrew? But yeah, they were supposed to play this team, which would have been great to see Kostruk and Ruse, who are a great doubles team. But unfortunately, we don't get to see that. So yeah, Appleton and Cavalle-Reimers, or Reimers, I'm butchering all of the names. They've come in as a to protect as an alternate, kind of a lucky loser, I guess. In a way. By the way, plenty of matches going on right now. Draper is down 5-2. Also, Rublev is up a set but down a break. FAA has played 4 games in 20 minutes. At least he's consistent. 4 games in 20 minutes. That match is going to go for probably 17 hours. That match will be going on tomorrow when we start watching Alcaraz, I think. That'll still be going. But Cilic also just started. So I'd love to see that. Marin Cilic back. All right. Also, Mertens is about to start. She's coming on now. Who else coming on? Oh, Monf is coming on in 3 hours. Chat, see, this is why the night session is so stupid. 3 hours until the next match on center court. Why is the night session at 8 o'clock? It's so stupid, chat. It's so stupid, chat. How is it? It's 3 hours away. The night session starts in 3 hours. Why do they do this? This is crazy. Why don't they put an extra match on, like one of the women's matches? Crazy, chat. It's crazy. It is a crazy, stupid schedule. French and US audience? Whatever. It's just a stupid excuse. All right. What do you think with the beginning of Roland Garros? It's been all right. It's been okay. I mean, I don't think we've had any crazy stuff happen yet. I feel like we've had a lot of highlights, highlight shots, like that round the post shot today, and then last night's match had some crazy shot making. It doesn't feel like we've had any Medvedev and Fritz and Navarro losing. It was surprising, but it wasn't mind blowing, right? I don't think they were mind blowing losses. So it's just kind of started. Nothing going on. Just started. All right. Loving the Draper-Bellucci match. Lefties are the best. Yeah, nice. Dajmaya, Jabeur, Sakri all out. Yeah, it's surprising, I guess. Norrie, a tough opponent. I wouldn't consider it as a surprise. Oh no, what Norrie did last week, beating Medvedev, who hasn't done anything on clay, is not that surprising. Why on earth are you covering this match? Because there's nothing else to watch right now, and I want to watch this match. I want to watch Eala play. So, do you mind? Do you mind? What do you want to watch? Tell me what you want to watch. Let me know. What do you want to watch? Bristol Leon. That's a hard name to say. That's a very tough name. Why'd you pick that one? That's tough. Draper-Bellucci, bro. Why would you want to watch that match? See, that's what it sounds. That's what it feels. How does it feel nice, does it? Why would you want to watch that match? Plus, if you're a Draper fan, you don't want to watch that match. It's depressing as hell. If you're a Draper fan, you're hiding from that match. Don't even go there. Don't even go there. Freya played well. Oh, look, Freya's higher ranked. Of course, she was supposed to beat Jabeur. I came to this stream to complain that you're streaming this match. Hey, look, it's fine. I understand. But we're watching this match, so tough luck. Don't worry, we're watching Hurkacz versus Fonseca too. That'll be coming on later. So we're just got to fill in the time between now and the next one. Thanks for covering this match, Eala's games, even if a lot of other people prefer to tune other players. Hey, no worries. That's why I'm here. What do I think of Osaka? I think Osaka's great. That's all right, Bristolian. I know, it's all just jokes. We're all just having fun. I'm still laughing at people questioning why we watch Eala. It's not rocket science. It is, but it is rocket science. I wonder if chat smash rackets at home. I hope not. That's a bad thing to do. Do not do that. Do not break rackets at home. That is crazy. Don't do that. Dude, please do not do that. Do you think Ons will ever get back in the top 10? It's unlikely. Unfortunately. Kostruk has been eliminated. Yes. I'm always happy when you're streaming. Great background while I work. Go Eala. Thank you, Tim. Appreciate that. Can't find anything for Court 9? Yeah, it's weird. Court 9's not easy to find these matches. Rocket science is hard these days. Exactly. Rocket science is not easy. All right. We're just waiting for the players to come out of court and then we can get started. I hope Bonds makes a deep run at Wimbledon. Well, look, on the bright side, anyone who loses early this week gets more time to work for Wimbledon. So someone like a Fritz or a Jabeur, she gets chances to play more grass tennis now, you know, and get a head start on everybody else who's still playing here. So that's a silver lining. I sense all of you here are my fans. Are you a famous person or something? Who are you? Are we supposed to know who you are? I'm sorry. I am not familiar with what your work. Who are you? Hello. Jabeur is going to win Wimbledon. No, I didn't say that. I'm just saying she has more time to get ready for grass, which is going to help, hopefully help her at Wimbledon. Do I see Osaka get back in the top 10? I think top 20. I don't know about top 10. If she can get top 20, though, then who knows? But I think at this stage, as an Osaka fan, we're not expecting her to be top 10 by the end of the year. We're like little steps. If she gets like every 10 rankings she goes up into the next bracket, the 30s, the 20s, the 10s, then like we just celebrate that. We celebrate her rise back up, not if she makes top 10 or bust, you know? It's just a process. Who will win Wimbledon or for you and Roland Garros? I have no idea about Wimbledon, but Alcaraz is going to win this tournament. Who holds the record for most titles in the Masters at WTA Finals? I think it's Serena. Serena has the most 1000s, I'm pretty sure. And the WTA Finals, I'm going to guess it's someone from back in the day, maybe like a Martina or someone. I don't know. Are you quizzing me or are you asking me? Is this a quiz? Is this a quiz? Is this you asking me a question? It sounded like you were quizzing me, like you know the answer. Oh, you're just asking. Okay. Well, I can find out for you. All right, so the most WTA Finals trophies of all time. Serena, 5. Steffi, 5. So Steffi and Serena, but Martina's got 8. So I was right the first time when I guessed. Martina with 8. So Martina has the most WTA Finals trophies. But yeah, Serena has the most 1,000. I think with like 20... I want to say 21? I think. As this match begins, Eala and Zarazúa to serve. Chad, who you got win this one? I'm going to go Eala. By the way, a lot of people there for a small court. Appleton and Reimers win the first point, though, love 15. And then a lovely volley winner from... I don't know their name. I got to know who's who, chat. I think the blonde-haired lady is Appleton. Love 30. I think Appleton is the blonde lady. Eala is serving, though. As Eala serves. In the back of Appleton. Volley from Zarazúa goes in. Appleton forehand. Zarazúa volley. As Reimers hits a slice. Eala comes to the net and Appleton volleys in the net. So yeah, Serena's got 23 1,000 titles, which is the most of anybody. So Serena and Martina are the answers. You don't know who is playing? No, I know who's playing. I don't know who. I don't know the. I'm trying to. I don't watch a lot of doubles, so I don't know the teams. I know who the names of the players are, but I don't know which player is which exactly. But I do now because Appleton is the blonde lady and Reimers just hit a volley in the net. It's 30-0. I'm unfamiliar with the doubles players, you know what I mean? But I am familiar with the singles players that play doubles. All the top doubles players, I know those players. But not like an alternate doubles pair that that nobody's heard of today. Like, Chad, have you watched these players? Why are so many people at that court? I wonder. Anyways, 40-30. Nice serving by Eala. Ah, 40-30. Eala to serve. Serve to the front of Reimers. And Reimers return winner. We get the deuce. Did they do sudden death at slams or advantage? I think it's advantage, right? We don't have no sudden death here. I think that it's advantage and it's third sets and all that jazz. I'm pretty sure. They don't do tie breaks. Yeah, they play full matches. This is a real match, chat. Shit, this could go a while. Anyway, I didn't plan for this. As that goes into the forehand of Appleton. Appleton in the net. Advantage. Eala Zarazúa. Ella? No. Zarazúa. No. Yes, maybe. That sounded better when I said it first. Steffi is better than Serena. Stop it now. Brian, you're really annoying everybody. As with a forehand now from Eala. Into the forehand of Reimers. As Reimers' backhand goes into the forehand of Eala. Appleton comes across and puts away the volley. No! Zarazúa gets it back, but then Appleton puts away the volley. And we're back to deuce. Yeah, you got to play advantage. This is a full normal match. By the way, Draper lost the first set 6-3. Forehand now from Appleton into the front of Eala. Appleton forehand to the front of Eala. Again to the front of Appleton. Eala forehand. Again to the front of Appleton. Eala forehand again as Appleton into that forehand of Eala. And then a volley from Cavalle-Reimers comes across and puts it away. And it's advantage. Appleton-Reimers. All right. As with a serve into the backhand of Reimers, and then the volley from Zarazúa is too good. All right, deuce. Mods, can we start? I feel like we've had enough jokes, and it's been funny, but I think now it's just getting a little bit annoying that people are complaining about every match that I decide to watch or not watch. As that goes out by Reimers, it's kind of just bumming out the chat. And there's a lot of people that want to watch this match. So for the people that want to watch this match, they don't want to feel bad for watching the match that they want to watch, all right? So why don't you come back when you watch the match that you want to watch, and don't come to the matches you don't want to watch and complain to me every day. Because it really just bums out the chat, and people are here to watch this match and enjoy it, and you're just bringing down the vibes. As that goes into the forehand of Reimers, into the forehand of Eala, Appleton volley, Eala forehand, and then Appleton shanks it. One love, Eala Zarazúa. So yeah, come back tomorrow when you want to watch, when we watch your players. All right? Don't make everybody in the chat feel bad for me wanting to watch this match. All right, thank you. No, we're not going to vote for what we watch, because then we'd only watch one player all the time. All right. No sudden death in doubles at the Grand Slams. They play like a full 3-set match. So they don't even play a final set tiebreak or anything. All right, Appleton to serve. All right, serve is too good by Appleton. 15 love. As we just serve again. Into the back end of Zarazúa. That's too strong. And it's 15-all. 15-all. As we just serve again. Into the backhand of Eala. Four now from Appleton as Eala backhand. Goes long. And it's... As we four now volley from Reimers, and then, it's off the tape by Appleton. And it's 40-15. Very disappointed in this channel. I'm sorry. But there's nearly 1,000 people here that want to watch this match. So I apologize. I know you probably want to watch Draper, but he shouldn't lose. He should be winning so that we can watch him in the second round. So I'm sorry that you feel disappointed, but I also have a responsibility to people that want to watch other players as well. I can't just watch the same players and only those players. You know? There's a lot of people that want to watch Eala, even in doubles. And she lost first round, right? So they don't get to watch her anymore, except for this match. And if she wins this, then she plays again. But the Eala fans only got one match, right? Draper, hopefully he wins, and then we can watch Draper in the second round, third round, fourth round, quarterfinals. We watch him, all the way through the grass. But Eala, unfortunately, she's out. So they don't have anyone else to watch except for this match. So I've got to do it to them. I got to give her fans give them some love as well, We'll watch Draper. If he bloody wins. I get it. Draper's losing, so it's scary, and I wish we were watching it too, but unfortunately, I didn't think he'd lose. Anyways, love 15. Appleton makes Zarazúa put up a love, and then Reimers with a smash. Zarazúa gets it back. Eala comes to the net, but Reimers puts it in the net. And it's 15-all. It could be Draper's last match too. The difference is, if I had known that Draper was going to lose today, we would have watched him. Just like we would have watched Medvedev if I knew he was going to lose, right? But unfortunately, sometimes I don't know who's going to lose. Like Fritz, right? We didn't watch Fritz. I wish we did because he lost. Some players you don't expect to lose and they do. It's called an upset. And I can't predict upsets every day. Otherwise, we'd only watch the players that are going to lose, so then we can watch the other players later. As we're forehand now from Appleton. Into the forehand of Zarazúa. Zarazúa goes down the line in the nets. And it's 15:30. Chance for Appleton Reimers to break. All right, 15:30. You can please some people some of the time. You can't please all the chat all the time. That's 100%. Anyways, winner from Reimers, and it's 15:40. By the way, the option was either watch this or watch nothing until Fonseca starts. So the option was this or nothing. So, I mean, is this better than nothing? Maybe it's not. I don't know. But we're waiting for Hurkacz versus Fonseca. That's the match we're all waiting for, right? So why not watch a doubles match in the meantime that I know that a lot of people are keen to watch too? Or watch nothing. I mean, that could have been the option, really. Rule 7. Rule 7 is one of the most... that rule doesn't... People don't know that rule. Not yet. We need to enforce that rule. As we serve now to the forehand of Appleton. Zarazúa forehand again, the forehand of Appleton, who puts it down the line. Zarazúa lob. Smash from Reimers. Too good. There's the break. Quite unprofessional. Bro, I've never been professional. When have I ever said I'm professional? Definitely no professionals in this house. We're all just a bunch of fans that just scream and shout. There's no professional here. Never was, never will be. All right, 2-1. Appleton and Cavalle-Reimers takes the break. 2-1. All right. Early break. Now, the thing is that Zarazúa, as a doubles partner compared to Gauff, a lot shorter than Gauff. So the reason, and we know how good Gauff is in doubles. We saw Gauff with Eala the other week. And they made it all the way to the quarters, I think it was. Totally different player to team up with here is Zarazúa. So it's going to be a lot harder. Eala's going to have to do a lot more of the work than she can't rely on their partner as much today. You know? That's what I love about the channel and Cam's commentary. It's genuine. Yeah, I mean, we try. Yeah, we should only watch players that we think are going to lose. Yeah. That means we would never watch Djokovic or Sinner. We never watch Sinner. We'd never watch Sinner. We'd never watch Alcaraz. We would never watch Sabalenka. Anyways, 2-1. As that goes out by Appleton. Love 15. No, Gauff's not playing doubles. Gauff is not playing doubles in this tournament. She's trying to win the singles, I think. 100%. As the backhand goes out by Reimers, and it's love 30. Love 30. Chance for Eala and Zarazúa to break back. All right, love 30. Love 30. As with a 4 now from Reimers. Lob goes up by Zarazúa, but it's out. 15-30. All right, love 30. As it goes in by Appleton. Nice volley. 30-all. 30-all. Draper breaks. Surprise. Surprise. All right, return goes into the forehand of Reimers. And then Eala hits it out. And it's 40-30 Appleton Reimers. As Cavalle-Reimers serves, a fault. Second serve. Zarazúa is 5'4". Yeah, she's one of the shortest players on tour. So totally different to Gauff when it comes to having her as a backup. As we're backing now from Zarazúa, and the volley from Appleton goes out. That was a good volley. We get the deuce. We get to deuce. All right, serve again. Here's a fault, second serve. As we return now from Eala to the front of Reimers. Back in our Eala. Again, the front of Reimers is Eala backhand. Volley from Appleton, too strong. She just read the cross perfectly. Advantage Appleton, Reimers. What's next for Eala if she loses this? She'll be playing on the grass. I don't know if she's playing the first week on the grass or if she's going to be having a week off. But I'm sure she's probably going to play first, like the whole grass season. So Queen's Club, I would maybe see her there, which is the first ever women's Queen's Club. So she might be there for that. Or she's going to... she might be going to the Netherlands. Anyways, that goes out by Reimers, and it's back to deuce. I'm not sure if she's going to either of those tournaments, but I would guess that she's probably going to go to Queen's Club if she can. Yeah, Draper's up 3-love in the second. All right, deuce. Also, Harris is serving for the second set against Rublev, which is fun. All right, nice hitting there from Eala. And Eala and Zarazúa get a break point. WTA has a contract with Cam 3. Milovan, it's really old. And I don't think anybody thinks it's funny anymore. I feel like you're really wasting everybody's time with, like, come on, like, I feel like everyone's over it. As we're back in now from Zarazúa, that's out. We're back to deuce. And I think you've been given enough chances too. 16 timeouts in the last couple of weeks, I think it is. So I feel like you've had a good run. All right, deuce. There's a serve. There's a fault. Second serve. Hey, good kick by Reimers. Little behind the back, behind the ankle kick to the ball kick. That was smart. That was fancy. So anyway, second serve. And then Eala goes straight at Appleton, who puts in the net. And it's advantage Eala Zarazúa. Tribe has spoken, yeah. It's okay to lurk if you're having a bad day. That's what I do. Yeah, I mean, yeah. All right. We're back on serve. 2-0. Two all. Only 16. Yep. 17, you're out. That's how it works. 17 and out. All right, Eala to serve. We're back on serve. 2-2. Serving to the back end of Appleton. 4 now from Eala to 4 of Appleton as Eala goes cross court and Reimers hits in the net. And it's 15-love. I have Fonzie, but Hubie has been playing well. Yeah. It's going to be a fun match. Probably in the next hour or so. A couple of hours because Rublev's gone 4. So we'll see what happens with him. As we return now into the forehand of Eala. Volley from Appleton. Eala gets it with the backhand as Reimers goes to the volley of Eala, but she hits in the net. 15-all. Yeah, Harris took the second. Yep. 15-all. All right, serve again. I'll tell you what, Chad, I'd hate to play video games on stream or do anything. If I was a streamer that played games and stuff, God, I couldn't imagine how... why aren't you playing Grand Theft Auto again? Why are you playing this? Why are you doing that? Why aren't you... God damn it, it would be fucking annoying. God, I couldn't imagine. I watch streamers all the time, and it's like, why aren't you playing Pokemon? It's like what? That would be crazy. Like, I'm lucky we don't do that, hey? 30-15. Maybe I'll play Pokemon tomorrow. We're changing the channel. Tomorrow, we're going to catch them all. No French Open tomorrow. We're watching Pokemon. We're playing Pokemon. As we return into the volley of Zarazúa, it goes into the forehand of Reimers, and then Appleton puts a volley down, and it's too strong. 30-all. 30-all. Deb's the only one who has to watch all the matches. Exactly. And Deb doesn't complain about anything about it. She's not like, well, I can't, why are we watching this? Deb doesn't say a thing. She is always here. And even if she doesn't want to watch the match, she keeps it to herself. 30-all. As Eala serves a fault second serve. By the way, shout out to all the people from the Philippines that are staying up late to watch this match. I know you love Eala. I know how much you're excited to see her, even in doubles. And this one's for you. That's why we're here. This one's for you. Because I know also that a lot of you probably can't get this because it's on the back ass of nowhere court. It's in the car park. And a doubles match, which doesn't usually get shown on TV. So this one's for you. All the people are from fans that are playing on center courts. You can watch that at home. Feel bad for the people that can't watch their favorite players because they're playing on a car park court in a doubles match from a place, and they're from a place that doesn't show tennis every day. Put yourself in their shoes for 1 second. You can watch those guys. Rublev you can watch every freaking day. He's on the big courts. He's on the TV. We're back on. We've got another break though. 3-2. So this one's for you. And it's also past midnight in the Philippines. You know. So feel for them. Past 1 o'clock on a Tuesday, Wednesday morning. People got to go to work tomorrow. This one's for the Philippines. All right, Eala spraying the serve again. Yeah, it's been an error-filled match. Now remember that the original pairing was supposed to be Eala Zarazúa taking on Kostruk-Ruse. Now Kostruk-Ruse are a way harder team, way better team than who they have to play. But still, Appleton and Reimers are still a doubles combination. They're still a doubles pair. Eala is not a doubles player, right? Zarazúa, I think, maybe dabbles. But Eala is not a doubles player. She's playing the doubles, to get better at the net, probably to get more tennis as well, right? Smart. A lot of young players play doubles. Andreeva still plays doubles. Gauff played doubles. Swiatek played doubles. Sabalenka played doubles. Barty played doubles. Serena played doubles. I mean, the list goes on. Everybody, it's almost it's great training, right? But let me give you a bit of an insight into the pair that they're playing, right? So we've got Cavalle-Reimers is 32-year-old from Spain. She has won a lot of doubles titles on the ITF, which is sort of like the lower, the second tier of events. Hasn't done really much on the WTA in doubles. Career high of 266 in doubles. 286 in doubles, 266 in singles. And then Appleton, who's a 25-year-old from the UK, she is currently currently 84 in the world, 79 in the world, highest rank in doubles. She did win a 125 event in doubles last year with a different partner, but has won that's a decent trophy for that. Also made a second round of Wimbledon last year in the doubles. So again, not the best doubles players of all time, but a little bit more accomplished than the doubles players they're playing today. Now, Zarazúa, I think, does play a little bit more doubles. She's 88 in the world, 98 in the world currently in doubles. Made the quarterfinals of Australian Open this year in doubles. So Zarazúa is the best doubles player on court by record. She's got the best record, or at least the best results of anyone on the court in doubles so far. So Eala's got the best doubles partner that she could have had out of this bunch. But the other two players play doubles a lot more, week in, week out. So, than Eala, right? So that's what we'll see. It's probably a very even matchup. Zarazúa, a good doubles player, accomplished enough doubles player. Eala, new to doubles pretty much. And the other two are a competent doubles team. So it's kind of all evens out, right? And we'll see how it goes. As that goes out by Eala, 40-15. 40-15. Have you ever tried Philippines cuisine? No, but I feel like I'm going to go to the Philippines after Wimbledon. I'm just going to buy the tickets. All right, Eala in the net, 4-2. I think post-Wimbledon Philippines trip might be on the cards. I'm feeling like that's going to be it. Meet up in the Philippines mid-July. Chat, see you there. Manila, see you there. We're doing a Jollibee meetup in the middle of July. Jollibee meetup. Jollibee meetup. Let's go. 4-2. Zarazúa serving. Now, both Zarazúa and Eala lost in the singles, so they can put all their focus into this, not have any backup. So they got to win this, otherwise they're out of the French Open. As we had a lovely winner there from Reimers, and it's 15-0. Hope it goes better than the Baskin-Robbins one. Yeah, I can't believe nobody showed up. That was so embarrassing. I asked the guy as well. I was like, "Hey man, has anybody asked for the Tennis Talk meetup?" And they're like, "What the hell are you saying?" And I'm like, "There was a meetup planned, and people were invited." And the guy was like, "I don't know what you're talking about, bro." And then he's just like, "Are you going to buy anything?" And I'm like, "I'm waiting for my friends." And then nobody showed up. So I had ice cream alone that day. It's embarrassing. Stood up at my own meetup. 15:30. Just ate ice cream on the side of the road by myself. 15:30. All alone. And then it started to rain, which was weird because it was 40 degrees. And the ice cream had melted. And then it rained. There's a backhand now from Zarazúa straight at Appleton, and it's 30-0. First it was too hot. The ice cream melted into a puddle, and then it rained. The guy with a violin came past. It's really weird. Played the music from the Titanic when it was sinking. It's very emotional. Is it a return now to the volley? Oh no, it goes over Eala's volley. And then Appleton goes into the back of Zarazúa. And Zarazúa heads out. 30-40. Chance for a double break here. Appleton and Reimers. But don't worry, this time we'll do it properly. We'll do a meet-up in Manila at Jollibee. And everybody is invited. And it will be a thing that happens. And everybody will show up this time. Please. Hopefully. Anyways, good serve there from Zarazúa. Deuce. By the way, 2-5 setters going on at the moment. And Bellucci and Draper are 1-set all. Draper wins the second 6-1. Rublev and Harris are 1-set all as well. So that's fun. FAA's up a set and a break. Caboli won the first set against Cilic. As with a backhand from Zarazúa into the forehand of Appleton, sorry, and that goes out by Reimers on the volley. And it's advantage Eala Zarazúa. What about India or Berlin? You have a lot of fans in Berlin and India. I don't think there's that many people from Berlin here, is there? Anyways, Zarazúa Eala hold, and they keep it within one break. Only one break of serve down. 4-3. What's up, chat? How we doing? Yeah, refresh, Dutchy. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. All right. See the Berliners show.
Appreciate very much for all you do for tennis fans. I'm a super fan of Alex Eala.
No worries. Thank you, Danny, for the 5. Appreciate that. No worries. Happy to be here. All right, 4-3, Appleton and Cavalle-Reimers. They've got the break. How do they have Swiatek, Sabalenka, Raducanu tomorrow on at the same time? I don't think they're on at the same time technically. I think Sabalenka will be on after Swiatek if it all works out. The schedule shows that they're neck and neck, but there's 3 matches before Sabalenka and 2 matches before Swiatek. So Sabalenka should be after Swiatek if it works, right? I don't know when Raducanu's playing though. Is Raducanu playing during the day at the same time? That sucks. Medvedev just said the best quote ever in the press conference. Honestly, man, I might skip the clay season next year. Fuck clay. Meddy's like, I'm over this. I don't need this shit in my life. I'm not playing no clay next year. I'm getting out of here. I ain't playing it. Fuck clay. Yes, Ed Meddy, that is the direct quote, by the way. I didn't just Australianize that quote. He said it, not me. I'm quoting him. He said F Clay, all right? I don't know who Clay is, but poor guy, he's just getting a beating by Medvedev. Yeah, fuck Clay. Who's Clay? I don't know who Clay is. I'm sure Clay's a nice guy, but Meddy doesn't like him. He doesn't approve. 15 all. Shout out to Clay. All right, Appleton and Reimers serving. Reimers serves in the forehand of Eala, but it's a let. Poor Meddy. All right. 15-all. Is that a double fault from Reimers, and it's 15-30. Clay can get stuffed. Yeah, Meddy knows what's up. Okay. All right, that goes in the net from Zarazúa, 30-0. Norrie did amazing to get past him. Yeah, Norrie was great today. Love that for Norrie. All right, serve again from Reimers is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Eala. Point now from Reimers into the backhand of Eala. That's a great shot. Great shot from Eala, and she brings up a break point for her team. 30-40. Serve again. From Reimers is a fault. Second serve. Serve goes in the backhand of Zarazúa. Forehand from Reimers. Into the backhand of Zarazúa as Reimers forehand again. Goes out. There's the break. We're back on serve. 4-4. It's going to be a bit of a banger, this one. 4-0. Matthew.
Come prediction for Delian vs Monfils. Is Mom fit?
Thank you for the donation. I don't know if Monf's fit, but I would pick Monf in 4. Something tells me that's going to be a 5 set. I mean, they wouldn't have put it on the night session if they didn't think it was going to go 5. So maybe it's a 5, but I'll go Monf in 4. Anyways, we're back on serve. Eala to serve. 4-all as Eala serves. And the return goes into the front of Eala. And Eala hits a winner. 15-love. $15-love. How confident on my prediction am I? Not very. 15-love. There's a default from Eala. Second serve. Serve to the backhand of Reimers. Great pickup, and Eala gets it back. Appleton volleys, and then a Reimers volley. Up goes a lob by Zarazúa, and then eventually Appleton puts it away. But good hustle by Eala. All right. As Eala serves again, 15-0. And backhand return goes in the backhand, backhand of Eala, forehand from Appleton. Into the volley of Zarazúa. Up goes a lob by Reimers. And then Zarazúa with a nice smash down the middle. 30-15. 30-15. Serve again. Into the forehand of Reimers, but she hits it out. 40-15. Breaking news, Felix is 4-0 up after 14 minutes. That's a record for him. Holy shit. Is he okay? He's playing too quick. He needs to slow down. He's going too fast. He's going to get a ticket or something. Shit, he better slow down. 40-15. Oh, the Medi quote was fake? I saw it on Instagram, though, so I thought it was real. It wasn't a parody account on that I was looking at on Instagram. They must have picked something up. That's a shame. Anyways, 5-4 Eala and Zarazúa. Yeah, the account that I was looking at was definitely not a parody, but they might have got the quote from somewhere else. which is a shame. All right. All right. Well, that sucks because that Medi quote would have been hilarious. That account makes fake quotes. I swear that account is legit. I can't find it now, of course, because why would I? But I only follow people that actually give news. I don't follow shit that doesn't that gives out dodgy news. I'm sure that wasn't a fake account. Let me check. Anyways, 15 love. Yeah, no way. This isn't a fake account. They got 87. There's no way. They've got 87,000 followers on Instagram. There's no way that this is that. I think they just got it. They got it mixed up if it wasn't real. Because they've put a lot of quotes out from Rafa's thing. Everything's legit. So either Medvedev said it or somebody said that he said it, and they maybe messed it, accidentally got it, messed it up. I wish he'd said it though. That'd be funny. It does sound like something Medi would say. 40 love. As with a volley from Reimers is a winner, and it's 5-5. 5-all. Five. Back to ZARAZUA. All right, 15 love. As the return goes in the back into ZARAZUA. Volley Appleton. As with a forehand from ZARAZUA into the back end of Reimers. Appleton with a backhand in the nets. ZARAZUA too good at the net. 30 love. 30 love. All right, 30 love. As we do backhand from ZARAZUA. Volley from Eala. ZARAZUA pass. Too strong. 40 love. 40 love. As ZARAZUA forehand is long, 40-15. (40-15). 40-15. Serve again. As we get a forehand from Zarazúa into the forehand of Appleton. Forehand from Zarazúa down the line off the tape. Goes in. And it's 6-5. Eala and Zarazúa in this first set. All right. Yeah, I saw that. I don't know why Nola's getting a trophy from Roland Garros about 100 titles, but it's very nice. It's a nice, thoughtful gift. Seems strange, though, but... All right. All right. Who is better, Zarazúa or Eala? What do you mean? Okay, 6-5. Maybe they thought 100 would be at Roland Garros. Yeah. Yeah, they had a trophy ready for him just in case, and then they're like, oh, he won it. That's true, yeah. Maybe they had one last year for the Olympics. They've been sitting on that trophy for a while. They're just like, hey, no way. You can have it now, but it was supposed to be when you won this tournament. All right. All right, 15 love. As Cavalle-Reimers serves. Let's... As we're flying now from the backhand of Zarazúa, up goes a lob by Reimers, and then the volley by Appleton. Reimers with the forehand again. As with a backhand Zarazúa, volley from Appleton, forehand from Zarazúa to the forehand of Reimers. As with a backhand Zarazúa, Appleton volley in the net, and it's 15-0. Your thoughts on Osaka's teary press conference? I think that, I said it yesterday, I think that her showing emotion and her feeling upset that she feels like she's let people down is totally normal. Like, totally fine to show that emotion. You know, I think there's no problem with that. 15-30. You know, and she had a great clay court season. Just a very tough first round opponent. And she's probably disappointed that she couldn't add to her ranking. She was on a roll, right? She had a couple of really good tournaments in a row. But she'll get better. It was a real response to a tough loss. You know, nothing wrong with that. 15-30. As the return goes in, the volley of Appleton. Eala gets it back, and then Appleton hits the tape. And then Eala goes straight at Appleton again, who volleys it back. And then the lob goes up by Zarazúa. 4-0 from Reimers. Zarazúa passing shot in the net. Good hands by Appleton. That was her point. 30-0. I admire Osaka for being completely honest. Yeah. People have been so mean to Osaka online, they have no respect. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Don't even start. We don't have to talk about that. Let's not talk about those people. Those people that be mean is just silly. They've obviously got nothing else going on. All right. Serving to the backhand of Eala. She hits it out. 40-30. Tiebreak loads. 40-30. Hey, Bradley, welcome back. Good timing. All right, 40-30. Take us to a tiebreak. As the return goes to forehand of Appleton, volleyed. But volley goes out by Appleton. We get the deuce. Draper's up 2-1 in the third. Nice. It's also nice that she's real. You can be a top player and rich or whatever and still deal with tough times. Yeah. Let's see about why the backhand of Eala. Forehand now from Reimers as Eala gets a forehand and then Reimers off the tape. Goes in. Eala backhand down the middle. Up goes a lob as Eala lets it bounce. And it's a forehand from the baseline. Back on the rally. That goes in the net from Reimers. And Eala win the point. Gets a set point for her team. Advantage. All right. Advantage Eala Zarazúa. Advantage Eala Zarazúa. Serve is a let. Being upset is normal, but worrying that Mouratoglou is comparing her to Serena and thinking WTF, that's self-esteem issue. Yeah. Anyways, return the volley. Appleton in the net. There's the first set. 7-5. Eala Zarazúa. I think Osaka compares herself to Serena more than Patrick Mouratoglou would be making that comparison. I think ever since she started Osaka, I think Serena's been her idol forever, right? I mean, Serena's been her person to play, like her reason to play, right? Her idol. And I think she's probably disappointed that she's comparing. I think she's comparing herself to Serena more than Patrick Mouratoglou is comparing her to Serena, or expecting her to be Serena. I don't, unless he has said that. I haven't heard him, but I think she was comparing herself to Serena, having Serena's coach, loving Serena and being her idol. I think she doesn't feel worthy of having Serena's coach. Maybe that's more what I felt from that. 7 winners from Eala Zarazúa and 14 errors. 16 winners and 17 errors from the other team. They should have won that set. Appleton and Reimers, they should have won that set. They played better, but they didn't win the match. They win the set, so it doesn't matter. And yeah, she lost to Badosa, right? Badosa hasn't played much lately, but still number 10 in the world. Oh, that's what Joanne was saying. Oh, sorry. I misread what you're saying. I thought you were saying that Patrick Mouratoglou was saying that comparing Serena to Osaka. Or Osaka to Serena. You're saying that Osaka's comparing herself to Serena. Yeah. And look, she puts a lot of pressure. I mean, look, tennis players do that. They put a lot of pressure on themselves. It's a single sport. If you don't put pressure on yourself, then it's either your coach does it or no one does it. And then you're not going to get anywhere. It's such a precious sport. So she's got high expectations. She respects the hell out of Serena. Probably doesn't feel worthy of having Patrick Mouratoglou as coach, which is crazy because you take Sabalenka and Swiatek out. I mean, Osaka's the best player. Like, she is the most accomplished player of the last 10 years, right? That's still active, right? She's the most, she's the best player of the last 10 years. I mean, you could even add Sabalenka and Swiatek and say that Osaka's probably second or third. Maybe second and equal with Sabalenka as the most accomplished player of the last 7-8 years, right? That's still playing. So, she is still... Oh, sorry, Sorry, my scoreboard's broken. Hang on. Sorry, wait. Doubles is different. Hang on. There was already a set. They had to start the match again. There we go. Sorry. There we go. Sorry, my bad. All right, 15:30. No offense, but Osaka always gets so sensitive when she loses. I don't think she gets sensitive. She doesn't do that every time she plays. I feel like she only does that when she loses a match that she was I mean, I don't really think she cries in press conferences much at all. But I could totally understand why she was upset. Like, she had such a good clay season, one of the better clay seasons she's had. With Patrick Mouratoglou in the box, he's obviously helping, like it's working, right? And then to lose in the first round in a close match that she probably felt like she could win, of course she's upset. If she lost to a random qualifier, if she lost to like Sabalenka first round in straight sets, she probably wouldn't have been as upset. But being like, having an opportunity to beat someone like Badosa, who's not been very active, and she's had a great season on clay, like, totally understand that, It totally makes sense. 40-30. As a return from Reimers goes wide, and it's 1-love, Eala Zarazúa. Do you believe Osaka, Raducanu, and Raducanu have at least one more slam in them? Yeah, I think so. Osaka is great. She should believe in herself. 4-slam winner. I think she does believe in herself, but she also has a lot of pressure. She puts a lot of pressure on herself. But yeah. One love, Eala and Zarazúa. Walton 1-5. Finally, an Australian getting a win in a close match. Let's go. Let's go. By the way, Rublev is up 2-1 against Harris, and Draper's up a break in the third against Bellucci. All right, love 15. We do have Alcaraz. Hurkacz versus Fonseca coming up after this, or hopefully soon. So we'll see what happens with that one. That one has been delayed a lot because of the matches on that court have just taken a little bit longer. All right, 15-all. FAA's up 2-love. Nice. Love that. As the return goes in the volley of Zarazúa, backing out from Appleton as we volley from Eala into the backhand of Reimers, and then Eala volleys in the net, and it's 30-15. Everyone thinks these things after a bad loss, but just don't say them out loud. Yeah, look, I think a lot of players after a loss like that are shedding tears, either in the change room, in the showers, in the hotel room when they get back. But when they go out to the press conference, they hold it together because they don't want to show that side, that frustration, that sadness. They don't want to show that in front of the cameras, right? Because then it gets made into a story and it's a whole big fucking thing, right? But if you go watch the Breakpoint series on Netflix, you see Tomanovic lose a tough match and she's talking about quitting tennis. I mean, you see Zverev throwing shit in the locker room right after losing to Medvedev. Like, there's a lot of that stuff happens. We just never see it. So when we see it in a press conference, we're kind of like, oh, wow, she cried. I'm sure that a lot of players are crying after losing matches this week, right? I'm sure Fritz went to the locker room and he wasn't happy, I'm sure, right? I'm sure we had Navarro be the same. And Navarro's pretty chill, maybe she wasn't. But, I'm sure there's a lot of players. Medvedev probably wrecked the locker room when he left after Norrie's match, right? But we don't see that in front of the camera because when they go to the press conference, they're going to answer the questions and leave, and then they're going to vent and get rant and go crazy, right? Or cry, right? So it's just unusual to see it. That's why we're like, oh, wow, this is crazy. Oh, my God. But it just shows that she's human, That's okay. Other players have cried in press conferences, right? It's okay. Some keep it together and then wait until they leave and then they cry in the locker rooms. Like, it's not unusual that tennis players lose matches and are upset. It's just unusual to see it in a press conference, right? And when it happens, everyone loses their minds. Like, oh my God, what's going on? So there's plenty of play. I mean, not everybody that loses this week is not happy to lose. They're not walking out with a smile. All right, 30 love. As with a forehand now from Zarazúa into the forehand of Appleton. Zarazúa forehand goes long. 30-15. Serena cried a few times. Yeah, we don't even sweat over that. We're like, we don't even think like, oh my gosh, Serena, she cried. Nah. 30-15. There's a backhand now to the forehand of Reimers, and then Zarazúa hits a backhand down the line winner, 40-15. By the way, Eala's not wearing a visor today. I was wondering why. I'm like, what? Why is Eala? She's not wearing a hat today. That's all right. 40-15. There's a backhand from Zarazúa, and then a nice volley of Eala, but it gets back from Appleton, and then the lob goes long wide by Zarazúa. 40-30. Andy Roddick used to self-deprecate, but you can always see he was massively disappointed after a loss. Oh, yeah. When are they going to do an Andy Roddick documentary? Can we get an Andy Roddick documentary? Like a full-on, like, Carlos Alcaraz style documentary? Or I'll take a one-episode doco. I'll take a 60-minute documentary. That goes out by Zarazúa. Also, chat, can we get a Pete Sampras 3-part series? Is that too much to ask? Maybe Pete doesn't want to do it, but can we not get Pete a 3-part series? I mean, that man was the GOAT before GOATs. He was the GOAT that nobody mentioned. The forgotten GOAT. Mainly because he stepped out of the spotlight and decided to, be very private. But Sampras, we need a proper documentary of Pete Sampras. You get Jim, you get Andre to have a chat, you get Roger, have a chat about that match when they played at Wimbledon. Get Roger involved, Rafter. Even getting some of the players from the late 80s, who Pete played, Even get McEnroe and Connors involved, right? Advantage Eala Zarazúa. Andre's far more interesting. See, I find it so much more interesting that Sampras because he isn't around. Whereas Andre, we know about Andre. He's got a much more extravagant life, and he had one, and he's obviously coaching stuff. But we haven't heard shit from Pete for 20 years. Like Pete retired and just disappeared, and I think that's way more interesting to get Pete Sampras insights. Like that's way more interesting because we know about Andre. Everybody knows about Andre. We all seen Andre. I love Andre. I would love a documentary from him as well if we can. You know what? How about this, chat? I've got something for you. What about we get a 3-part series? Part 1, Jim Courier. Part 2, Andre Agassi. Part 3, Pete Sampras. Let's get a 3-part series of the best Americans from the 90s. Let's get those 3 guys. 1, 2, 3. Bang, bang, bang. American Tennis, 1990s edition. I don't know. Something like that. And we end it with Pete because he's the mysterious one. Anyways, advantage Appleton and Zarazúa and Reimers. Zarazúa gets the point though. Good serve. Because nobody, we all love Jim, but nobody realizes that Jim was sort of the first of that bunch. Before Pete and Andre took off, it was Courier. It was Jim. He was the first of that bunch. We all know Jim is the best commentator and the best interviewer, but he was also the best American for a long time. And also very charismatic. Go watch the Letterman show. He was on that for a bit. And very charismatic back in the 90s. And he still is to this day. Advantage, Zarazúa, Eala. Advantage, Zarazúa. As Zarazúa serves the fault, second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Reimers. Back into Zarazúa. Volley Appleton. And then Eala goes to the volley of Appleton. Then a slice from Zarazúa. Reimers hits it to the back of Zarazúa. And then Appleton, good volley. Zarazúa keeps the rally going. And then Reimers goes to the backhand lob of Zarazúa, and it's too good. Nice work from Zarazúa. 2-1. She keeps her team in front. Great rally. By the way, chat, did you know, and I'm just double checking this because I thought this was the case, did you know that Jim Courier was actually world number 1 before Pete and Andre? February 10, 1992, he wins the Australian Open, having won the French Open the year before, gets to world number 1. Pete didn't get to number 1 until 93. After winning his first, that was after winning, so it was just before his first Wimbledon. 1993, Sampras had 1 slam at the start of 93. He won his second slam at 93 Wimbledon, and then obviously didn't lose much after that. Jim had 4 slams before Pete had 2. They're only 1 year apart. I mean, Pete's 1 year younger. That's interesting, right? Kind of a Novak situation, right? Was 1 year younger, but gave the others a head start. Andre won 1 slam as 1 slam after. Like Jim won his 3rd slam before Andre even won 1. So again, Jim Courier doesn't get the same respect as those guys because he doesn't have the numbers that those guys have. But Jim was first. Jim was the first one of the bunch. He had 4 Grand Slams, world number 1, and then Pete and Andre stepped up. Well, we always talk about Pete and Andre. We're like, Pete and Andre, Pete and Andre. What about Jim? Jim was there. What about Jim? He did it first. He did it before they did it. He was there. Kicking ass. Anyways, love 15. Jim's too humble to say anything, but I'll say it on his behalf. All right, love 15. Do you know Pat Cummins? Of course I do. Come on now. Captain Pat, what are you talking about? Love 15. As we're back in return. Into the forehand of Reimers. Good volleys from Eala, though. And then Reimers in the net. Love 30. Love 30. By the way, Rublev's up a break in the 4th. 2 sets of 1 up. And Draper's up a break in the 3rd at 1 set all. As we to serve again. Is a fault. Second serve. Also want a Goran documentary. That'd be kind of fun. All right, that's a good... a double fault from Cavalle-Reimers, and it's love 40. I'll tell you what, chat, the 90s, there were so many different types of players, wasn't there? The 90s on the men's side for sure, there was like just so many different personalities. Like, not saying that everyone's the same now because I think personality is coming back, but in the 90s, you just had so many different types of players. Different upbringings, different everything. Anyways, Eala hits a volley. It's 3-1. She breaks for her team. You had your Europeans, you had your Americans that were all different. I mean, obviously, someone like a Becker, and you had Edberg, and you got Goran, you got Jim, you got Pete. Andre obviously was the bunch, was the wildest of the bunch. Probably missing a bunch of people the two, but you had Guga, right? Quirton was there. You had South America representing. Bruguera was in there as well in the middle. People forget about Bruguera as well. Rafter, obviously, at the end of the 90s was up there, who was a totally different personality from Australia, right? Just such a great mix of people from all around the world. Just missing someone from Asia, right? I mean, that's the only thing. That's just great. Just so much. And then you had the Russians like Kafelnikov, right? Who was, again, a totally different culture coming in. Totally different thing. And that bled into the 2000s for a little bit until the Europeans just took over, and then tennis just turned into a European sport. And there's been a double fault from Eala, and it's left 30. Love 30. As we serve again from Eala. Into the back end of Appleton. Volley from Zarazúa, and then Reimers hits it long. Draper up 5-3 in the third. Nice. Yeah, put Chang in the mix as well. Probably a lot of other players are missing as well. I mean, there's like players that made the finals of slams like Rosetsky and Philippoussis and Martin, and probably a lot of Spaniards I'm forgetting as well. Correcha, right? He was another one. Moya was doing well then. Rios in the 90s, right? Anyway, 1540. 1540 is, Thomas Muster, exactly. Muster was there. So we're serving the backhand of Appleton. Backhand from Eala to the forehand of Appleton. And then the volley Zarazúa, she saves 130-40. Henman, was Henman in the 90s? Sort of late 90s, right? All right, 30-40. Still break point. As the return goes in, Reimers forehand as Eala can't get it. Right back. I remember Rafa embarrassed Roger at the Wimbledon 08. You obviously don't remember because that's not what happened. That's not what happened, so I don't know what you remember. You don't remember it. All right. Yeah, exactly right. I don't know if you must be talking about the French Open that same year. That was different. Rios, the most unlikely number one player, or was he? Yeah, Tommy Haas. Yeah, he was around there too. All right. So again, we're just waiting for Rublev to win so we can get the Fonseca match started. Also, Draper's about to win the third. I kind of miss the early 2000s tennis. I kind of miss the early 2000s period. All right. Three, two. We're back on serve. There's a bit of smash from Reimers. There's love 15. Love 15. Even Jimmy Connors was still great in the early 90s. Oh, yeah. Isn't there a documentary about him, that 91 run? As we return now to the forehand of Appleton, and then Reimers, good volley, but Eala gets it back and then hits a backhand winner. Great shot from Eala. 15-0. McEnroe was semi-finalist in the 92 Wimbledon. Yeah. That was like his last run, right? As we get a return from Eala. That's a winner. 15-30. As Appleton serves. As we're backing now from Zarazúa. Volley from Appleton in the net. And it's 15-40. Eala and Zarazúa to take the break again. To serve. And the return goes into the forehand of Zarazúa. And then forehand again, Zarazúa into the forehand of Appleton. Zarazúa volleys. Appleton forehand to the back of Eala. And then Appleton forehand again to the back of Eala. Into the forehand of Appleton. Eala passing shot. Up goes a lob by Reimers and another lob by Appleton. And then the smash by Zarazúa as a winner. Eala won that point. It was just Zarazúa finished it. That was her point, Eala. All right, 4-2. 4-2. Eala Zarazúa. All right. Eala will win Wimbledon. You better believe me, okay? You heard it here, chat. That guy said believe. As we're forehand now from Zarazúa. Good volley from Reimers. Love 15. Love 15. As the return goes into the backhand of Zarazúa. Backhand now from Reimers, and Eala volleys it long. Love 30. No worries. Thank you for joining. Don't forget to subscribe, by the way, if you haven't already. Love 30. Serve again. There's a fault from Zarazúa. Second serve. All right, return goes into the volley of Reimers, and she puts it away. Love 40. Love 40. To get back to break straight away. Wins picked up again. Love 40. As that goes in the net from Zarazúa. We're back on serve. 4-3. Okay. Double break Rublev now. Nice. 4-1 Rublev. So we're getting closer and closer to that match that we're waiting for. All right. A lot of people walking around the French Open today. Love to see it. It's almost 1 a.m. Please don't let this go to a third set. Oh, man. Well, this isn't the normal doubles anymore. This is the Grand Slam doubles a little bit longer. It takes a little bit longer, so. All right, serve. Into the front of Eala. Appleton volley. Into the front of Eala. Who hits it out? Love 15. Sorry, 15 love. 15 love. As we just serve again. Into the backhand of Zarazúa. Appleton smashes it back, but Eala gets it back. Volley from Appleton. Up goes a love, but Zarazúa goes wide. 30 love. 30 love. As Reimers serves. A fault. Second serve. As the return goes into the smash of Zarazúa. Appleton gets it back. Zarazúa gets it with a drop volley winner. And it's 30-15. All right. 30-15. As Reimers, Zarazúa hit it back and wins the point. 30-all. 30-all. As the serve is a fault from Reimers. Second serve. As the return goes into the forehand of Reimers. Forehand from Eala. Then Appleton volleys it away. 40-30. 40-30. To level this set. As we get to 4-all. 4-all in the second. All right, Eala to serve. Rublev wins. All right, 4-4. Chat, should I go see Bring Her Back tomorrow? I don't know if I should. By myself? During the day? Maybe I'll go see it next week. All right, nice hitting from Zarazúa. 15 love. 15 love. Hurkacz Fonseca coming up next. As goes to 30 love. Eala good serving. Oh, so they got rid of... Oh, no. Bring Her Back starts tomorrow. All right. Anyways, 40 love. As we're a forehand now from Reimers. The forehand of Eala. Eala hits wide. 40-15. Isn't Bring Her Back by those Aussie directors, the twin brothers? The I'll get it in a second. Yeah, the Philippou brothers, who used to be YouTubers apparently. They used to be YouTubers, and then they and then now they're directors. Anyways, 5-4. Eala and ZARAZUA. All right. Yep, Rublev got the win. Rublev got the dub. All right, chat. We're going to start this Fonseca Hurkacz match after this game, because that match is coming up next. Here we go. 5-4. Can Eala and ZARAZUA take the win right now? As we return now to the forehand of Appleton. Backing out from Eala, goes straight to Reimers, and Reimers hits a winner. That was the pen. No, love 15. So 15 love. All right. Serves a let by Appleton. As a return from ZARAZUA goes in the forward of Appleton on the stretch. And then ZARAZUA with a smash in the net. Oh, wait, no. Appleton hit it wide. 15-all. The doubles team are looking. They're checking. They're pointing. And the umpire's saying it was out. And they're not happy. Appleton and Reimers are not happy. The umpire is like, nope, I pointed that it was out. All right, 15-all. Draper about to break in the fourth, by the way. All right, serve again. Trouble been live for 8 hours straight. As the backhand return is out by Eala, 30-15. (30-15). Imagine if Fonseca plays a French player, the fans might get physical. Is that a possibility? Hang on, let me check. Nice hitting from ZARAZUA Eala. 30-all, 2 points away from the win. So Fonseca could Fonseca's going to play a French player in the second round if he wins. Herbert or Bonzi versus the winner of Fonseca and Hurkacz. So there's a possibility. Oh, wait, no. One of them, did Bonzi just win? What happened? Good return by Eala. 30-40. Match point. Herbert got through? So Herbert... Wait, what? No, Herbert won in 5. Herbert versus Fonseca or Hurkacz. That's the match. All right, match point for Eala Zarazúa. As Appleton serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Double fault. There it is. Eala gets the win. And she keeps her French Open alive in the doubles. Zarazúa, Eala take the dub. GG's. Perfect timing too, chat, because the match that we were watching this to fill the gap for is coming up now. So jump on over here, talk among yourselves. The match we've all been waiting for, match of the day between Fonseca and Hurkacz. When the draw came out, this was the match that we all wanted to watch. Hubie taking on Fonzie. Hurkacz coming off that final last week. Fonzie, one of the favorites in just tennis in general. He's just a fan favorite. And they're playing next. But Eala keeps her French Open alive. She and Zarazúa win 7-5, 6-4. They're going on to the second round. Hubie versus Fonzie next.